If you were to think of the biggest thief in your life, it isn't actually you. It isn't the person next door who steals your stuff every day. It isn't the mice or the ants that steal your food either. It's actually addiction. Think about it. It ruins your money, your health, and even your relationships. 3 things that you would term essential to living the perfect life. Now, how are you letting addiction take hold of you? Don't you always feel, whenever you feel so addicted to something that you know you shouldn't be addicted to, I just do not want to have this feeling ever again. I do not want to continue this. But how do I do it? I don't know how to remove myself from this. So if you're interested in this, you might be interested in this mini series of 3 videos that I'm going to make about things that we are addicted to commonly, but things that we struggle to break out from. And the first thing that we're going to discuss in this mini series is, how do you stop addiction to junk food? When I say that for 15 years, the biggest kryptonite in my life was junk food, I'm saying breakfast, junk food, lunch, junk food, dinner, junk food. Give or take, obviously. But KFC, McDonald's, Texas chicken, these 3 were my go-to spots whenever I wanted food. I'd sometimes have a snack from McDonald's or KFC after school. Sometimes I would just go out of my way. Even when I'm at home, I would go outside and then eat food anyways. It got to the point where I could not stop consuming junk food. And it was around when I was 18 or 19. That's when I decided, you know what? This is all fine, but I can't keep going like this. Because the more I go like this, it's not just my health that takes a toll, It's also my wallet. Because every time I ate something from outside, my wallet kept shrinking from this to then this to then this. And then guess what after that? To eventually nothing. It got to the point where sometimes my entire allowance was finished on eating junk food. When you have some French fries or when you have some chicken nuggets, you know why it's so addictive? Because they are constructed in such a way that you will keep coming back. It's not meant to give you nutrition. It's not meant to give you a good life or a healthy life. It's meant to make you come back for this food again and again and again. So even if you've had it once, you want that feeling again. So you come back. A second time, you come back. And unfortunately, there is no magic fix. It's not like a flick of a wand is going to make all these addictions disappear. Because that's something you'd have to do yourself, my friend. I came to this realization one day when I was sitting at a McDonald's, munching on my last piece of chicken. I just had a little bit of chicken left. So I thought I might as well take it and be on my way. Now, as I was walking back home, it was a very sunny day outside. Now, if I was thinking with a rational mind, I would think what? That I was probably feeling dizzy because of the heat right in front of me. But that very day, something told me, no, it isn't the heat. It's the chicken. The chicken was making you sick. The next day, I actually felt a fever because of that chicken. And so I fooled myself into thinking I felt sick because of the chicken, not because of the heat. Even though my logical brain kept telling me it wasn't the chicken, it was the heat. And despite me repeating that in my head, I kept thinking back to maybe it was the chicken. And so I thought, this is the perfect opportunity. I want to stop eating junk food anyways because it's taking a big toll on my wallet. I might as well grasp this opportunity and tell myself now that it was actually the chicken that caused me to get sick. So whenever I see a McDonald's or a KFC now, what I tell myself is, remember the day when you ate chicken and you got sick? Remember the day when you had KFC and you got sick? And I kept creating new scenarios for each and every restaurant that I went to. I tried them once more so that I can create an excuse just like this. So the very next day, I would say, I'm feeling drowsy. I'm not feeling too good. And I'd start fake coughing so that I make myself believe that I got sick. Yes, essentially, if you want to call it, it's gaslighting. But that eventually helped me get to 3 months clean from all junk food. And why that happened was because instead of thinking, I want to go healthy, I told myself, it is literally poisoning you. And what did I do to make it so that it felt like it was poisoning me? I essentially gaslighted myself. So if you have the same problem, try this for yourself. If you have something that is addicting you so much, let's say it is McDonald's or KFC, just tell yourself, try it once and tell yourself in your mind that this food item really messed me up. And make it so that your routine throughout the day shows the exact same thing. So essentially, if you want to say it, it's kind of like a fake it till you make it thing. But essentially, you're gaslighting yourself into thinking that the food item messed you up when it probably really didn't. And the thing with that is, ever since then, in the next 3 months, I've seen that, first of all, my wallet isn't shrinking as much. And the second thing is, I don't feel as drowsy as I used to after eating junk food. The third thing is, I probably got into a better habit because of that. And these habits have now spilled over to other parts of my life just because I made the switch, just because I gaslighted myself into thinking that one day that the junk food was actually spoiling my life, that it makes my life much worse. So if junk food ever seemed like a problem to you, then simply create a story in your mind to make you think that junk food actually spoiled your life. And if you can do that, you repeat that story multiple times in your head, and then you will end up believing it. And if you found that tip to be useful, you can check out the video on the right to check another video to also control your spend on food from outside. So smash subscribe, slap a like on, and always remember, never stop dreaming. See you all.